from the oldest stadium in baseball, Fenway Park. MLB Network is on the air. It's the home opener of this new season between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Boston Red Sox. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you into another edition of Major League Baseball coverage on MLB Network. I'm joined by Dan Plesac. And Dan, as we get things going this season, it's pitching that has to be key if this team's going to have success.
Just like any team, pitching is going to be a key factor for this ball club as the year plays out. I'm sure the staff will have its ups and downs, but if they can pitch like they can, I think this team is going to be pretty successful.
Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. Getting close to first pitch here. Let's listen in to public address announcer Alex Miniak.
And now, your 2019 Boston Red Sox.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two men who'll get the starting assignment here in this home opener. Now a moment as we take a look at the Jays starting nine for this one. Nero, give us what you have on this lineup as they start a new series.
Well, Matty, you walk into this yard today and it's nothing but a hitter's park. But that can work against you at times. You have to stay within yourself. You can't just be turning and burning on everything. Stay within the game plan and know that a mistake doubles leaving this yard.
David Price gets the ball for the opener in front of these hometown fans. What's your take on him, Dan?
Thanks, Matty. David Price, former AL Cy Young Award winner. Big fastball, 95 to 97. Curveball and a slider. One of the things he does well, commands the strike zone, throws a lot of strikes.
All right, let's take a quick look at how the Red Sox set up on D today. And how lucky is this pitching staff looking at this defensive alignment? 2 Gold Glovers in the outfield. In a day and age where everybody's trying to hit the ball in the air, look for everything to get caught today.
Now at the plate, Bo Bichette. He will lead this one off today.
Leading off the afternoon for Toronto, the shortstop, number 11.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And afternoon baseball on MLB Network is underway. Well, these Red Sox entering play here this afternoon. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, this is why we do what we do. 2 first-place teams going to go at it today. Don't know how this is going to shake out. Is this playoff baseball? Come early a little bit. Interested to see how the managers go about it. We got some stars out on the field today.
Our temperature, not quite 60 degrees, 59 here at game time this afternoon. The 1-1. Lifts it into the air to shallow center. Bogaerts has a play. 1 away.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
Into the box now, number 8. He grounds it sharply to third. Devers has it. On to first, and the Price is right here, 2 away.
Batting third, the left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel.
So striding forward now, number 13. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Cut fastball taken for strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. And he misses with it, 1-1. And set up behind the plate is Joe McDonald as you see the rest of our umpiring crew in this one.
Hey, Joe McDonald, he's a tough guy to figure out sometimes, D-Roll. One inning, he'll be giving that inside corner. The next inning, he doesn't give much of that inside corner. His zone fluctuates a lot.
You know, Dan, you could see some definite confusion on the face of some hitters today. Questioning in the strike zone. One pitch is a strike on the outer half. The next time it's a ball. Kind of a little cat and mouse with the umpire when you should be focused on the pitcher.
Count even at 2-2. This is line to left. That gets down and the inning continues. Some 2-out success to keep the top of the first alive. And he'll get in there safely. So some real problems out there that time as it'll wind up in E7. Stepping into the box, Justin Smoak, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First pitch of the at-bat. This is in the air out to straightaway center. There to pull it in is Bradley. He does, and that'll end the inning. Blue Jays held in check. Nothing for Toronto in their half of the first. Sox coming to bat. You've got it tuned in to MLB Network. With that, here's how the hometown Red Sox line up in this one. Mark DeRosa, what's the key to them starting out 1-0 here at home?
Well, Matt, when we drove over to the ballpark today, we were expecting some offensive firepower, especially in this yard. It's a hitter's yard, but that could sometimes work against them. I'm interested to see what lineup stays within themselves and executes and manufactures to get this W.
Number 62 will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, not a very good start in his last one, Matt. Only 4 innings, so he did get a no decision. But he's a much better pitcher than that, and I know that they're expecting more than 4 innings. Hopefully a win, too, out of this guy in this one.
All right, guys, here's the defensive alignment for the Toronto Blue Jays today. And, guys, when I've been looking at the numbers on this starting pitcher, what really jumps out on me is the fact that he doesn't strike a ton of guys out, which means he's got to execute. He's got to use those 17 inches in, out, up, and down. He's going to have his defense behind him, and they better be on their toes because a lot of balls are going to be put in play in this one.
Stepping in, Mookie Betts. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. First offering on its way. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. And Dan Dero, the Blue Jays, as they enter play here this afternoon, they come in playing reasonably well of late, though they have dropped their last 2 in a row.
Yeah, guys, after the first 4 games on this road trip, they find themselves 2-2, kind of par for the course. But they got to find a way to play a little bit better today, kind of turn the tide and get it working in a positive direction.
2-0 now. Two and 1 now to the Boston leadoff hitter.
1 strike, the count.
Two and 2 the count. Now a fastball inside, and he works it back to a full count now. Waiting next is Dustin Pedroia. The 3-2 pitch. Hard on the ground toward short. And that'll get on through into left for a leadoff single.
Batting second, the second baseman, Justin.
Stepping into the box, Dustin Pedroia, looking to stay hot. He's been a real threat at the plate the last week or so. First pitch on its way. Now a check swing, but it's strike one anyway, says the home plate umpire. Pedroia, affectionately nicknamed Laser Show. He was taken in the second round back in the 2004 first-year player draft.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Betts aboard here at first with nobody out. Another 0-2 home. Still no balls and 2 strikes. In the dirt here. Perfect throw, and they got him at second. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone.
Boy, not what you want coming out of the gate as a pitcher, right? You don't want to have to show all of your pitches this early on in the game, but that's a quality at bat. And what does it make you do as a pitcher? You have to use a lot of your pitches, and the more pitches a hitter sees, the better chance they have to make good contact.
And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk.
2 ways to look at this walk. If you're the hitting coach, you say that's a great AB. Down 0-2 and you work the walk. But if you're a pitcher like me, that's just a case of letting a guy off the hook, and that can really frustrate you.
Striding into the box, J.D. Martinez. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
1-0.
And he lays off there, 1-0.
That's a good take on that fastball there. You know he's looking for something up there to drive, but that was just a little above his happy zone. Not everyone has the discipline to hold back on those.
Blowing away as he misses again, 2-0.
He's having a really hard time finding his rhythm and finding the strike zone. It's going to allow this offense to keyhole him in big situations. He's got to figure it out pretty quick.
There's a strike. It's 2-1. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. The 2-2. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. But he's going to get there as he runs it down on the warning track for the second out of the inning.
Batting fourth, the third baseman.
So a runner at first with 2 away, and that brings up the third baseman, Rafael Devers. First pitch on its way. Right side. He's got it. Throw on the slope at first, and the side is retired. Red Sox lead 1. Still no score. So coming to the plate, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Now the first pitch here from Price. Fouled away. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Love the execution of that changeup, but hats off to the guy at the plate right now. That's a great take in this situation. Maybe bought himself a fastball.
Now Price is 1-2. Count still at 1-2. The 1-2. Fouled off. Here's another 1-2. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
So the base is empty here with one away. And up next, the former Philly shortstop Freddie Galvis. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fly ball right down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Galvis behind 0-2. No score here as we play inning number 2. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out.
Batting 7, the right fielder, number 15, Randall Grichuk.
Here's Randall Grichuk, lifetime versus David Price. 2 hits in 7 tries. First offering on its way. In the air down the line in left. Benintendi in pursuit. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. Blue Jays go down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Digging in, Xander Bogaerts. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
Xander Bogaerts.
First pitch of the at-bat. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. The windup and the 0-1. Hit down the third baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. And he popped him up, but this will land untouched. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
Great pitch right there on 0-2. Purpose pitch, right? Running that ball in off the plate. Now that opens up that whole strike zone, and you're not quite as comfortable as a hitter.
Protecting with 2 strikes. Went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. Another 1-2 delivery. Weakly hit to third. Guerrero charging this one, and there's one down now.
Batting 6, the left fielder, Andrew Benintendi.
Next up for the Red Sox, Andrew Benintendi, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
Jumped ahead with strike one there, and that's something he's going to do a lot of in this start. He doesn't have lights out stuff, so it's important for him to be pitching ahead and have the hitters on their heels.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Gurriel over to his left, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Batting 7, the catcher, Christian Vasquez.
Stepping up to the plate, Christian Vasquez. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Bottom of the second here with no score. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
This is what makes him so dangerous as a pitcher. 5 weapons that he can go to, and he's working ahead in the count. This is a tough matchup.
Pulled pretty badly there as he reaches to poke this one foul. Count remains at 0-2. The next 0-2. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
There's your textbook waste pitch right there. Try and get the eye level up. Let's see if he comes back with another fastball elevated or drops a hammer off.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And that misses 2-2. Takes this the other way to right. A dive, and oh, he can't hang on.
I mean, that has to frustrate the guy on the mound right there. You get him down 0-2, no put away pitch, works the count back to neutral, and is able to mix in a base hit. Nice job.
Now in the box, Mitch Moreland. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. First pitch coming. Here it is. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1-0. Just the second inning, but already 37 pitches to this point. 2-0 now.
2 balls, no strikes.
Three and 0 now.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
Here it is, the 3-0. A swing and a miss, strike one.
Just reached back and threw a high fastball right by him. He didn't stand a chance.
Vasquez leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
Oh, man, I think this walk is going to grind at him for a bit. He just missed, and now the inning continues with a man in scoring position.
Junior.
Now at the plate, Jackie Bradley Jr. 2s all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2. Here comes the first pitch. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. Richard looks up, and that is into the visitors' bullpen, a home run. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. Home run number 3 here in the early going, as the Red Sox have moved out 3-0.
On the mound, he might have let up a little bit knowing the fact he was facing the 9-hitter, but you just can't do that. Goes to show there are no weaknesses in any of these lineups.
Here's Mookie Betts.
The right fielder.
He'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. Second at bat here. He reached via a single to lead off the home first. Line toward the gap in left center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. And he is into second with a 2-out double.
The batter, number 50, second baseman, Dustin Pedroia.
Digging in, Dustin Pedroia reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now a line drive that's going to be caught out there at short. Unlucky that time, and that ball will end the inning. But the Red Sox push across 3 on the strength of a 3-run home run. We played 2. Boston leads it 3-0. Derek Fisher the next to bat, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Strike 1 to start the at bat. Price ready with the 0-1. And this is popped up near second base. There to take it in is Bogaerts, and that's the first out.
Batting ninth, the catcher, number 10.
Stepping up now, Reese McGuire, and he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a liner, but unfortunately right after shortstop for the second out.
Now batting, number 11.
Digging in to try it again, Bo Bichette. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch on its way. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0.
Hey, 2 outs, nobody on, and a power hitter up. This is where, as a pitcher, you got to use the hitter's aggression against him. Get him to fish a little bit. Something a little more out of the zone than normal.
2-0. In the dirt. It's 3-0 now.
I'd be shocked if this wasn't a 4-pitch walk right here. He doesn't want to mess around and leave something over the heart of the plate and get beat in this situation.
3-1 to him now. Here's Price on 3-1. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays. They trail it here 3-0. And we're back for the bottom of the 3rd. Let's check in with Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, I talked with manager Alex Cora during the break about his thoughts on the Red Sox hitters to this point. And he was very pleased with how little they're swinging and missing right now. We looked into the numbers, and as a team, they've had a contact rate of over 85% in this game, meaning that when they swing the bat, they're missing the ball less than 15% of the time. To put that into context, the very best teams in baseball usually are right around 80% for an entire season. So at least for today, they're displaying an amazing ability to put wood to ball.
Thank you, Heidi. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Curveball is nowhere close, and it's 1-0. Nearly got the inside, but ruled a ball.
That's a good approach when you're facing a young arm you might not be too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got. Now he's got himself ahead in the count.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1. The 2-1. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike two.
I think getting the leadoff man in every inning is important as a pitcher. When you're coming off an inning that you really labored through, it makes all the difference mentally.
The 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full. And good patience exercised as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the third.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving on up where he can really hurt you.
Ready for another chance? Rafael Devers, 0 for 1 here in the early going. Here's the first pitch to him. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Devers is a guy that thrives in these opposite-handed matchups. He's often considered one of the absolute best hitters in the game against right-handed pitching.
Yeah, because he's thinking big part of the field. He's not a dead pull guy. This is a guy that likes to use gap to gap. And when that's happening, you stay on anything fading away from you.
Martinez on at first, nobody out. Bullet back up the middle. Fisher patrolling center makes the play, 1 out.
The batter, the shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result as his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
No balls and 1 strike.
Hey, I don't mind you taking one right there. This pitcher's been struggling early. You got to make him work, see if he'll get in his zone. If he's willing to walk a few guys and then someone pops one over the fence, this game could get out of hand early.
Behind 0-2 now. Two count. Here's the pitch. Base hit into right center.
Well, you know what? Good hitters are good hitters for a reason, D-Row. To be able to hang in there on an 0-2 pitch and still be able to get a base hit, this guy's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, I'm blown away by this guy, Dan. You wouldn't know if you showed up. You wouldn't know if it's 2-0, 3-1, 0-2. Counts do not matter. This guy trusts in his craft.
Ball 1. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. The 1-0. This is pulled into right. That's in there. Base hit. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with one away.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
He had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets down, but eventually does get to third base.
Into the box, Christian Vasquez, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Vasquez, a native of Puerto Rico. He was a 9th-round pick during the 2008 draft.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
You know, guys, these hitters have had some great looks at that slider so far, and clearly they're all on the same page. The plan is simple. Lay off that slider and make him bring up something straight in the strike zone.
1-2 to the Red Sox catcher. Two and two. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Sliders, strike 3 called, and that's a pitcher's pitch right there. 2 gone.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
There's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland. Slider laid off for a ball.
Even though we're still in the early going, I think this game's at a tipping point right now. They've got a chance to put this game out of reach, but if they can't score anymore here, the other guys feel like the door's still open.
Fly ball out toward left center field. Gurriel is in pursuit. He's got it, and they get out of the jam unscathed. Red Sox leave them loaded, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. At the plate, number 8 comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Number 8.
Now the first pitch here from Price. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Now it's 2-0.
Boy, you don't see that very often out of a rookie. That's a 2-0 count, and both of those pitches were really close. This guy has a pretty good eye.
The 2-0. Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball, and it's 2-1 now. Off-speed pitch misses here, and he runs it to 3-1.
If you're ever going to see a position player go to the mound, it's going to be in a situation like this. Get him to relax a little bit, focus on his mechanics, and get that fastball back in the zone. Can't allow this guy to lead off walk.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Waiting on it is Benintendi. 1 down.
Now batting, left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone, and that brings up the exciting Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Drops in a strike to start the at bat. 0-1.
We're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well, and one of the reasons why, first pitch strike ratio over 70% up to this point in this game.
Bases are empty. 1 man out. Line drive to center field. That's in. Another base hit. He's 2 for 2.
We take a look at the numbers up to this point. You see he's only given up 2 hits so far today, so he's been hitting his spots all game long. Remains to be seen if he can keep that shutout intact going forward, but I'm not betting against him.
Here's Justin Smoak now. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. And there's ball 1. Gurriel stands at first with 1 out. Hard liner to center field. Bradley is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
Now batting, number 27.
So striding in, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First delivery to him on the way. Fastball in there for a called strike. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball. Ball and 2 strikes now. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. And this one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there, and the inning is over. 1 left for Toronto. They trail in this one 3-0. So digging in now, Jackie Bradley Jr. He hit a big 3-run bomb in his first plate appearance.
And that's been the entire offense so far in this one. They've been shut down other than that.
In there, and it's 0-1.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attack in the philosophy more north-south. Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. A swing, and this one is blasted to right field. Nothing's gonna stop it. Gone. He uses that short porch to an advantage home run. A solo shot off the bat of Jackie Bradley Jr. His second of the game as the Red Sox open it up even further. It's now 4-0.
Yep, this is why you just can't rely on one pitch. These are the best hitters in the world. And when they know what's coming, they're going to jump all over it just like he did there.
Here comes a Toronto skipper out toward the pitcher's mound. And we're going to have a pitching change as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So it's an early shower here this afternoon as this will not go down as one of his better outings. David Paulino answers the call from the pen here in the 4th as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter.
Paulino.
Stepping in now, Mookie Betts.
Mookie.
As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. And here's a fastball that's nowhere near the zone. It's 2-0 now. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Taking all the way, it's 3-1 now. The 3-1. And it's fouled away. Three-two pitch. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. And this is going to find the alley as he might have himself his second double of the ball game. And he is into second base with a double. His third hit this afternoon.
The batter, number 15.
Wow, throw a 10 over it and bring out the clown. Looked like a three-ring circus out there. One outfielder mistimes his jump and the ball gets past him. His buddy has to back him up and get the ball in. A good thing, too. Otherwise, it could have been a triple or even an inside the Parker.
In now, Dustin Pedroia hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
First pitch on its way. A ball and no strikes. 4 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error on the Boston line score.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
Had nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. And some action now in the Toronto bullpen as a right-hander starts to get loose. The 2-1. Taken, strike 2.
Great job on those last 2 pitches of varying speeds. Gave him a hard fastball, and then he locked him up with a changeup.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
With the meat of the order due up next, you can probably expect to see something you can handle here with the full count as the 2-hole hitter.
Now the payoff pitch home. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Line towards center field. Fisher is there, and he has it for the first out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, J.D. Martinez.
Ready for another shot now. J.D. Martinez. It was a walk in his last trip. He's set, and the pitch. First pitch here misses wide. 1-0. This ball's hit a ton out to center field. Going back is Fisher. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning.
Now batting, third baseman,
Rafael Devers, the next to bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
1-0.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Ball 2.
Well, both of those balls have been inside, so if I'm hitting, I'm looking for something I can get my arms extended on. Probably won't come back inside for a third time.
2-0 count. Here it comes. And he fouls this one off. Betts at third with 2 away. To 2-2 now.
A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
Count remains 2-2. Ready with another 2-2. Again, he sends it out of play. Three and 2, the count for Rafael Devers.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
And he missed with it there. Ball 4. It's a 2-out walk with the runner still at third.
Yeah, the guy's been on fire lately, hitting anything close. So I think this is the way to go here. Get the bat out of his hands any way that you can.
So runners at the corners with 2 gone. And that'll bring up the shortstop and one of the better 2-strike hitters in baseball, Xander Bogaerts. First offering on its way. Too high, 1-0. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike. One and 2 to the Boston shortstop.
If I'm the guy in the batter's box right here, I have to take a step out, adjust my batting gloves, take the pull side out of it, because that was 3 fastballs in a row.
Runners on first and third, 2 away. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
That fastball really got away from him there. That's kind of a red flag for me that he's starting to tire or wear down a little bit. The first thing that goes is location and then your mechanics. We'll see if this continues.
This pitch is popped up. A leap here, but it ticks off his glove. And he is in there.
And that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting right out of the chute from step 1, but I have to ask you, Dan, how frustrating executing a pitch and there's an infield knock.
It is, D-Roy, and you can read that right off the bat as a pitcher. You can read the angle. You know that that ball is going to be hit on the ground, and you're thinking deep down inside, okay, there's a quick out, and it just wasn't meant to be.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball.
That's not a bad pitch right there. That two-seamer moving away from a left-handed hitter. Didn't get the strike, but I like the idea behind the pitch.
Here it comes on 1-1. And he lays off the breaking ball there as he moves ahead to 2-1.
A lot of times you see guys get too aggressive and try to do too much at the plate with guys on, but right here he's doing a great job of waiting on the right pitch. Got himself ahead in the count now.
Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike 2. Ground ball sent back up the middle, and this gets right through him, and that may be a run. And the run will score from second here as that breaks it up into a 6-0 lead.
He took that back right where it came from. Nice ribby knock right up the chute there.
Yeah, a little bit frustrating as a pitcher. You always hear that, hey, you want to make yourself one of the defenders, but that ball was hit just out of his reach, right up the middle, base hit, and another run batted in.
Striding in for Boston, Christian Vasquez. 3 across so far in the inning, and another 2 out there on base.
Yeah, Matt, and this inning's really starting to get away from them on the defensive side of the ball. Stranding the rest of those guys out here feels absolutely essential for them at this point.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Now a shot sent off to the right side, but foul. Comes set, and the 0-1. 0-2 now as a curveball drops in there for a strike. 3 runs already home here. And he wastes a fastball high there, 1-2.
Pretty standard fastball right there, 0-2. Now he's changed the eye level of the batter so he can start working something in like an off-speed curveball down in the zone.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2. Right at the third baseman, and that'll end the inning. So they pick up 3 runs on 4 base hits, no errors, and 2 left. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. It's the Red Sox 6, the Jays nothing. Back now at Fenway Park, and here's Heidi Watney with a report.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Blue Jays to discuss his thoughts on his team's lineup so far. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
For Toronto.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
Freddie Galvis.
First pitch of the at-bat. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Well off the plate with the change of pace. That's ball 2.
He's obviously been very impressive on the mound in this one, and I think the big reason why is his ability to stay out of the middle of the zone. That's kind of obvious, but it's clear to me that even when he misses his spots, he's not missing over the plate.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
He's had command of his pitches all day, hasn't walked a soul, but we find ourselves in a 3-ball count here. Want to see how aggressive he gets in the zone.
And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
Well, he loses him there, but that's just the first walk he's given up, along with a couple of hits, so his command has been pretty solid so far.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Randall Grichuk. He flew out in his last at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. Grichuk puts a good swing on it. This ball's carrying well to left. And that's off the left field foul pole, a home run. Randall Grichuk, a 2-run shot. Home run number 3 here in the early going. As the lead is cut to 4, it's 6-2 now.
As soon as this thing left the bat, you knew it had the distance to get out of here. The only question was whether it was going to stay fair or not. And that question was answered with a resounding doink as it caromed off the foul pole for a homer.
Now batting.
Standing in now, Derek Fisher. As he'll take a look at ball 1. He popped out in his first trip. On to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
Oh, man, you can't hit a ball any harder than that. I mean, this ball gets on him in a heartbeat. Nice job to stay with it, though, and then make the out at first.
Stepping in for the Jays, Reese McGuire hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, but as he walks to the plate right here, he feels good building off that last AB. He hit that ball on the screws.
First pitch is a cutter looked at, 0-1.
Wow, there's a pitch right there that this guy would like to have back. Very rarely do you see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and boy, he took that one. He'd like to have that one back and be able to take a good hack at that pitch.
And he falls behind, 0-2. Still only 1 out in the inning. This is flared out towards second, and this is taken for the out.
Now batting, number 11.
And now back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Stepping in, Bo Bichette. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
2 out, nobody on. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0.
Well, I kind of wonder if he's not being as aggressive as he was before that home run. Hey, this is a guy that can burn you again, so I don't really blame him.
Skied into straightaway right. Betts giving chase. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Jays strike for a couple as you get another look at the 2-run dinger. On to the bottom of the 5th. It's the Red Sox 6, the Blue Jays 2. Sam Gaviglio, a 6'2" right-hander, jogs in to take over on the mound.
Number 43, Sam Gaviglio.
Striding in, Mitch Moreland. He'll lead things off as we begin the home 5th.
First baseman, Mitch Moreland.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Low for ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Aye. 1-2 now as that's in there at the knees. Struck him out.
The batter, the center fielder, Jackie Bradley Jr.
Ready once again, Jackie Bradley Jr. He went deep last time up.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
The 0-1 pitch. Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike. Fouled away. The 1-2. Misses, ball 2.
2-2.
1 out, nobody on. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Hit down the line at first. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. The 2-2 one more time. Ball 3, not close with the sinker that time.
It'd be great right here if he was able to work himself on base. You got the leadoff hitter on deck, and you know the middle of the order is coming up right behind him.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Drilled on the ground to short. And that's in there for a base hit, his 3rd hit of the game.
Well, I think it's safe to say the ice is melted on this guy. He had been cold coming into this game, but that being his 3rd knock, I guarantee you my man's smiling on the inside.
So the lineup flips over and digging in, Mookie Betts. Lifetime versus this pitcher. He's gone 2 for 5. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Ready with the 0-1. Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2.
1-2.
Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. Bradley, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Still 1-2. Here he comes again, 1-2. And he goes down and gets this one as it's lifted high into the air out to medium deep center. Fisher is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Up next for the Red Sox, the second baseman, Dustin Pedroia.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
Yeah, he hit it hard. That's all you can ask. You can't control the result sometimes, Matty. Just unlucky with the placement.
Two out with the man at first. And here's one that misses to Pedroia, and the count evens at 1-1. over to the bag, and he'll get back in safely. And it's 1-2.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A called strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
And this one's in the dirt. And just what they wanted offensively as the runner moves into scoring position.
Well, the intent there with that two-strike pitch was obviously to get him to fish for something he couldn't do a whole lot with, but there's the risk that comes with that as well. If you don't execute or your catcher can't handle it very well, you give up free bases.
Hit hard towards the hole. And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit. And the runner at third will put the brakes on here as they didn't want to chance it even with two outs.
The designated hitter.
Sometimes you need a little luck. Sometimes you need to get a ground ball with eyes. And that's exactly what happened right there.
Here's J.D. Martinez as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball one. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Now the 1-0. Hit on the ground out to short. Bichette picks it up cleanly, and the 2-out threat will. So stepping in, number 8, and through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game if this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a ball low. He misses with a changeup. And he falls behind now, 2-0. Three and 0 now.
Got through the 5th all right, but it looks like he's a little off kilter here to start the 6th.
The 3-0 is laid off, but in there for strike one. The 3-1. A swing and a miss, and that'll fill the count at 3-2.
When you get yourself to a 3-1 count and you get a fastball, those are the ones you really want to punish. Couldn't get the bat on it, so we'll see if that comes back to haunt him.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Once again, a 3-2. Swing and a miss, and they'll come all the way back from 3-0 to punch him out. One away.
On the mound, he's thinking, grab some pine, Rook. Listen, for almost everyone, the adjustment to hitting big league pitching is a big one. Some guys have success when they first get called up, but as soon as teams start figuring out how to get you out, that's when the learning process really starts.
And the pitch. Line to the right side. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Yeah, I don't know if I love the approach of pulling the trigger on that 0-0 pitch. I can't imagine that's exactly what he's looking for. The result works. Pitcher can't be too mad.
And now the Toronto number 4 hitter, Justin Smoak. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. A ball and no strikes. Gurriel leads off first with 1 away. And this one's down the middle, a ball and a strike. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Bradley is there. 2 down.
Now batting, number 27.
Now at the plate, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Has a look, now the pitch. And that's in there for strike 1. A runner on first with 2 away. Swing and a flare hit toward right. And that's in there, base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the designated hitter, Freddie.
Striding forward now is the DH, Freddie Galvis. Here comes the first pitch. In there for strike 1, 0-1.
Well, the Blue Jays have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. They're hoping they get it right now. This would sure be a good time.
0-1 count. Here it comes. And he lays off for ball 1. And that last pitch from Price was number 73 in the ball game. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike 2. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. On the ground to the left side. And that's through into left, a base hit. The throw to the plate. And he is out on the tag. Blue Jays leave a pair. They still trail here. It's 6-2. So here's the Boston cleanup hitter, Rafael Devers. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game so far.
The third baseman, Rafael.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Grounded foul toward the coaching box at third. Line drive to left. Gurriel has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Into the box now, Xander Bogaerts. As he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball 1. Lifetime in this matchup. A number of meetings. He's 1 for 7. One and 1 the count now. The 1-1. Sinks below the knees, taken for a ball.
Well, when you're behind an account like this pitcher is, it's a good time to work in something off speed if you're confident in it. Most hitters are looking for fastball.
Bases are empty, one man out. Three and one.
We all know this guy is a great hitter. In a 3-1 count, this is just what he's looking for. He loves to hit when the count's in his favor like this.
Called strike 2, and now it's full 3-2. A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2.
I think he had his mind made up. He was swinging the bat and trying to protect before the ball even left the pitcher's hand. That pitch wasn't even close. He would have needed a flagpole to hit that one.
Into the box, Andrew Benintendi. As he'll take a look at the pitch too low, it's ball 1. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. The 1-0 home is looked at for ball number 2. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a curious looking swing that time, as he likely had ball 4 there, but instead it's 3-1. Is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit. Fisher ranging back, and he makes a nice catch on the track as that ends the inning. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. They lead it 6-2. Welcome back to Fenway Park here in the great city of Boston. Red Sox on top in this one as we get set for the 7th. But first, here's a look at our game summary to this point. Randall Grichuk will stand in again as we flash you back to earlier. He's accounted for their only runs of the ball game on one swing of the bat, as this was the swing right here. First pitch of the at-bat. In there, 0-1.
Not a bad idea right there. Make this guy work and see if he can throw the ball over the plate. Throws the first pitch for a strike. They need to get some runners on base, and not a bad plan. Unfortunately, the pitcher came in with a strike on the first pitch.
Fouled off. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
The bottom third of the lineup hasn't put up a lot of resistance in this one. Pretty much has been sure outs other than that one hit. That really puts a lot of pressure on other guys to make stuff happen. These aren't the guys you usually count on, but it certainly helps if they can do something productive.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Hey, we're moving into the later innings right here. This guy's continuing to pitch well with his first pitch strike percentage well over 60%. That's about league average so far, so he's right on point.
Behind 0-2 now. Another strong outing here for David Price. Just 2 runs allowed through 6 1/3. And he just misses inside with the fastball there.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to take. 0-2 fastball just off the corner, and I mean just off the corner.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And he held up in time, but it's strike 3 called, and there are 2 down.
For me, check swings are right there next to bang bang plays at first as the most difficult calls for an ump to make. Taking a look at show motion, the batter doesn't appear to hold up enough, so I think the call was right.
Stepping in now, Reese McGuire, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Swung on and missed. 1-1.
1-1.
2 out, nobody on. A 1-2 count to the Blue Jays signal caller. Pulled the string on him. Strike 3 swinging. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Blue Jays go down in order. They still trail here at 6-2. Ryan Tepera gets the ball from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Number 52, Ryan Tepera.
Now to the plate, Christian Vasquez. He'll match up with a new pitcher to begin their half of the 7th.
Christian Vasquez.
He's set. Here it comes. There's a cold strike as he nips the corner.
Great spot with that pitch down and away. He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep hitting that spot.
And it's fouled away. Swing, and he pops him up. Looks to be playable in foul ground. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. Another 0-2 coming. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Hey, great take on that slider away right there. But I'm thinking in that situation, that pitcher's got to execute a little bit better. That was almost a non-competitive pitch. Being outside, you could almost have let that one go right out of his hand.
And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2. Set to deal on 2-2, and he fouls this one off. The 2-2 one more time is swung on and missed. He got him.
I think that's one of the toughest calls for an umpire to make. The check swing appeal. Hitters rarely feel like they went, and I don't think he likes getting rung up there by the first base umpire. But looking at it, it's hard to say for sure that he didn't go around.
Standing in now, Mitch Moreland, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. His career numbers in this matchup, he's just 1 for 6. Here's the pitch, and 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Tepera, a native Texan. He was selected in the 19th round back in the 2009 MLB draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
2-1 to the Red Sox first baseman. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. One out, nobody on. Three balls and a strike to count to Moreland.
Well, this has been a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a heater that he can do something with.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Now the 3-2 pitch. And a sinker not close as this misses down and away for ball 4.
Now batting, center fielder, Jackie
Bradley Jr. will stand in looking for home run number 3 as we take it back to inning number 4. And this was his second home run of the game as he's been dialed in so far in this one. From the stretch. In there, no balls and a strike. The 0-1 down the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Grounded back up the middle. Bichette's got it to second for 1. On to Smoke in time for an inning-ending double play. Red Sox go down quietly. They lead it 6-2. Digging in once again, Bo Bichette. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
Now the first pitch here from Price. Couldn't quite hold back that time as the changeup fooled him for strike 1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
This is one of those classic cases of the right guy at the right spot. They need to get a rally going, and this is maybe their best hitter, so he's the right guy in the right spot for this team right now.
And it's 2 balls and a strike to the Jays leadoff batter. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Two balls and 2 strikes now. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. He did well to get a piece that time, and it'll stay 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Hit hard back up the middle, and Pedroia will stretch, but it's into center field for a base hit.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
8.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dad. Sent it back right where it came from.
Now the Red Sox skipper's up out of the dugout and on his way toward the mound, and that's going to be all this afternoon for David Price. So a good performance here in this one as he'll give a tip of the cap to the home crowd after he departs, yielding just 2 earned runs.
Your attention, please.
So they'll go to the bullpen now, and it'll be the left-hander here to face the upcoming left-handed batter. Into the box now, number 8. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Comes set with the 0-1. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. Bichette gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Now a changeup, but it misses just a little below the zone. Count even at 2-2. The 2-2. Popped him up. Moreland in foul ground. 1 out.
Now
getting late. 8th inning now from Fenway with the Red Sox on top as you get a look at our game's line score to this point. Ready now, number 13. He's working on a 3-hit ball game right now. First pitch on its way. And he lays off a pitch here that he probably shouldn't have. 0-1.
That pitch was right down the heart of the plate, but obviously this guy had made up his mind on the on-deck circle. He was taken all the way, and he was going to zone him up.
The 0-1 on its way. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole. 0-2 now. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fouled away. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd out.
That has to make you feel really good as a pitcher, right? You're making pitches all around the zone, and then you bring that one inside. You can't do anything with it. What does it do? It just locks you up inside. You have no chance to put the ball in play.
In now, Justin Smoke, standing in from the right side as he takes strike 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Oh, 1. Here's the pitch. 0-1 pitch, and he can't make contact on the bender. 0-2.
In today's game, if you're not disciplined for striking out, why would you change your approach with 2 strikes right here? Expect this guy to try and drive the baseball right here.
Popped up. Moreland has a play, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Blue Jays held in check. They still trail here at 6-2. Justin Schaefer is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 50.
Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Mookie Betts. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Mookie.
First offering on its way. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Schaefer, playing here in his age 26 season. He was an 8th round selection during the 2014 draft.
Hey, this guy's got a chance to be an absolute steal. Being drafted where he was, there are definite signs that he has a chance to make an impact at the big league level.
Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
You know, something to keep in mind, they're really burning through that bullpen, and this is only the first game of the series. Definitely could have an impact on the rest of the series and maybe even the whole week ahead.
Takes a look at a changeup there, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now.
And now the Blue Jays get a left-hander up and throwing in their bullpen.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. Just off the end of the bat. It's a foul ball, and he'll stick around. One-two pitch is a slider that misses 2-2.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare, a guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
But quick reactions at the hot corner take away a hit, and there's one gone.
Second baseman, Dustin Pedroia.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Dustin Pedroia. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Not close. It's 2-0.
Well, here's a guy we know is swinging it pretty well at the plate lately, and based on those last 2 pitches, I think I know why. He's doing a great job of putting himself in counts where he's likely to be successful.
Hard hit ball to second. Scooped up. Throw on to first. He'll take care of Pedroia, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, J.D. Martinez.
Next will be the designated hitter, J.D. Martinez. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. Oh and 1, here it comes. Fastball that time is nowhere close, and it's even at 1-1. And here's a fastball not close as he runs it to 2-1 now. Grounded down the third baseline. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. McGuire is after it, and the throw to first ends the inning. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. 9th inning coming up. The Red Sox are out in front 6-2. Brandon Workman comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Number 44, Brandon Workman.
Standing in, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Now the 1-0. Finds the zone, strike 1.
That's a real good job of going back-to-back fastballs right there. Most of the time, a hitter will see a fastball in the inside half of the plate, and they'll just think, well, this pitcher's going to go back on the outside. But when you double up like he did right there, it sends a message to the hitter that you're not afraid to throw in that inner half of the plate.
And that'll get down for a base hit.
Hey guys, he's not known for being a singles hitter right here, but that's his second knock of the game.
And I'm sure he'll take him, but the guys on the other side of the scorecard might be thinking we really avoided a worse fate. Into the box, Freddie Galvis.
as he'll swing and hit this one hard, but foul off to the left and out of play.
Ball one.
Ball one strike.
Guerrero aboard here at first with nobody out. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
The 2-1 home. Lifts it into the air to shallow center. Bradley moving in. He's there and records the first out.
The right fielder, number 15, Randall Grichuk.
Next to bat for Toronto, Randall Grichuk. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch on its way. In there for strike one. The win would belong to David Price if the lead holds up. The 0-1 pitch. Line toward the gap in left center. A dive, but it's off his glove.
All you can ask as an offense is to try and get that tying run in the batter's box.
Now,
and they've started out nicely right here. They've gotten 2 runners on. They're down 4. A grand slam is still in play. Let's see if they continue this nice offensive approach.
Ryan Brazier takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Number 70.
Into the box, Derek Fisher. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
Has a look, now the pitch. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And I believe, yes, the umpire signaling for the infield fly rule.
Now batting, number 10.
Now batting, Reese McGuire. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Now the 1-0 is looked at for the first strike.
1-1.
Two men are on with 2 men out. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
The 2-1. Swing and a miss, and they're up against it now as they're down to their final strike of the afternoon. A crowd in excess of 37,000 come to their feet. Two down, runners at first and second. Final strike for the Blue Jays. And there's ball 3 on a breaking ball that misses away.
If you're at the plate right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
Now a swing and a fly ball. And this should do it. And he'll put this one away, and the Red Sox have taken the opener here at home as this ball game is over.
Well, just an excellent job right here closing this one out. He just collected the first save of his career. Got to start somewhere.
6-2 the final total today. The Red Sox took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. David Price earns the win, his second. Number 62 worked only 3 innings in the losing effort. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian. We all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game. For the victorious Boston Red Sox, 6 runs on 12 hits, 1 error. They left 10 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 58 minutes. Our Fenway Park paid attendance this afternoon, 37,755. We'd like to thank the Red Sox Nation for their continuing support and remind you to please drive home safely.
Run like a quarterback. There we go,